Hello everyone. So friend, in this section of course we will see that how Mockito help us in performing behavior driven development and how it provides some API to perform the same. So first we'll look into what is behavior driven development or BDD. So friend, behavior driven development, it is a development process that encourages writing tests in a natural human readable language that focuses on behavior of the application. So friend, what do we mean by it? Is that when we are performing behavior driven development, we are writing test cases in a very simple and a human readable form so that any person in a team such as QA, developers, when look into the test case, they can easily figure out that what the test case is actually testing. So basically when we perform BDD, we write our test cases in given, when and then format. So this given, when, then format also corresponds to AAA testing, which means arrange, act and assert. So if we relate given, when, then with arrange, act, assert, what we see is we write our test case as given some values and preconditions, which is also our arrange or our arrangement. When some action is performed on any class under test, which is our act, then whatever that class under test is returning, we verify or assert the output, which is also our assert step. So let's say for an example, we want to call a method on class under test which takes in a book and save it to the database. So here when we write our test case, we make the scenarios more readable, such as given, which is the first step, given a book. When add book method is called on our system under test, which is our act, then book is saved to the database. So this is basically our verification that the book is saved to the database. So when we write our test case in given, when, then format, it makes easier for other developers and QA to basically read the test case and figure out what the actually test case is performing or testing. So here Mockito library contains a class by name BDD Mockito, which has some methods. When we use those methods, it looks like we are performing something like in this format, given, when, then. So friends, in our upcoming lectures, we'll see the demonstration of a code which we write in our traditional Mockito way, which we also discussed in our previous lecture. And we also discussed that how we can write the traditional Mockito code in BDD Mockito way using the BDD Mockito API. I hope you like this video. Thanks, have a nice day.